Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about a small coin that could be hiding in your old drawer or in your grandparents' attic. It's the 1955 sixpence coin from the United Kingdom, and believe it or not, some versions of this coin are selling for up to $5,000 or more. Yes, you heard that right, a small, silver-looking coin that once bought you a chocolate bar can now be worth serious money. So in this video, we'll take a close look at this coin, learn its history, understand what makes it valuable, and find out how to know if you have one of the rare ones in your hands. Let's start with what a sixpence coin actually is. The sixpence was a coin used in the UK before the money system was changed in 1971. Back then, the UK used something called the old money system, where there were 12 pence in a shilling and 20 shillings in a pound. It was a bit confusing compared to today's system, but people were used to it. The sixpence coin, as the name says, was worth 6 pence, which was half a shilling. It was quite common and used by people every day for small purchases. You could buy candy, snacks, small gifts, or even a ride on the bus with a few sixpence coins. The 1955 sixpence coin was made during the early years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. She became queen in 1952, so by 1955, this was one of the early coins that had her face on it. That alone makes it a bit more special. The coin was produced by the Royal Mint, which is the official place that makes coins for the UK. In 1955, over 35 million sixpence coins were made. That might sound like a lot, but here's where it gets interesting. Even though many were made, not all of them have survived in good condition. Most were used every day, passed from hand to hand, got scratched, dirty, and eventually taken out of circulation. Some were even melted down or simply lost over time. So finding one in perfect condition today is very rare. Now let's talk about how the coin looks. On the front side, called the obverse, you'll see a young Queen Elizabeth II. This portrait was designed by an artist named Mary Gillick. It shows the Queen without a crown, which gives it a simple and graceful look. Around her head, it says, Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina, which is Latin for, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. On the back of the coin, called the reverse, there's a really beautiful design made of 4 plants. These plants represent the 4 countries of the UK. There's a rose for England, a thistle for Scotland, a shamrock for Ireland, and a leek for Wales. All of them are tied together to show unity. In the middle, you'll see the year 1955, the word sixpence, and the letters FID def, which is short for Fidei Defensor. That means Defender of the Faith, a title given to the monarch. Even though this coin was made for everyday use, some rare versions of it can now be worth thousands of dollars. So how is that possible? Well, coin collectors, also known as numismatists, love coins that have something unique about them. And there are a few key things that can make a 1955 sixpence super valuable. One of the biggest reasons is minting errors. Sometimes, when coins are made, something goes wrong in the minting process. Maybe the coin was struck off-center, or maybe it was struck twice by mistake. These are called mint errors, and they are very rare. The rarer the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. For example, if your 1955 sixpence has a double strike, where the coin was hit twice and the image or letters look like they're doubled, that can make it very desirable to collectors. Another type of error is called an off-center strike. This is when the coin wasn't lined up properly when it was pressed, so the design is shifted or missing part of the edge. There are also clipped planchet errors, where a small piece of the coin is missing because the metal disc was cut wrong before the coin was made. These error coins are extremely rare, and some collectors are willing to pay big money for them. Besides errors, the condition of the coin is very important. Collectors use a grading system to describe how well a coin has been preserved. A coin in poor condition, with scratches or worn-down details, is not worth much. But a coin that looks brand new, shiny, clean, and with all the details still sharp is said to be in mint or uncirculated condition. These coins are very hard to find because most of them were used over the years and have signs of wear. If you have a 1955 sixpence in uncirculated condition, especially if it has a rare error, that's when it can be worth thousands of dollars. Some of these coins have sold for $1,000, $3,000, or even $5,000, depending on the condition and the rarity of the error. Another thing that adds value is when the coin has been professionally graded and certified by a company like PCGS or NGC. These are grading services that inspect the coin, confirm its authenticity, and give it a grade from 1 to 70. A grade of 70 means perfect condition. A high grade can make your coin much more attractive to buyers. Some people collect coins to complete a full set from a certain time period or monarch. If they are missing the 1955 sixpence, and your coin is one of the best out there, they might be willing to pay a high price just to get it. Now you might be wondering where you can find one of these coins. The good news is that these coins still show up in old coin jars, family collections, and antique shops. If you have older relatives or grandparents, ask if they have any old British coins lying around. They might have a 1955 sixpence and not even realize its value. You can also find them on eBay or at coin shows, but be careful, make sure you're buying from a trusted seller. If you think you have one of these rare coins, don't clean it or polish it. That can damage the surface and lower the value. Instead, keep it in a soft cloth or a plastic coin holder, and consider having it looked at by a professional coin dealer or grading service. So why is the 1955 sixpence such a special coin? It's not just about the money. It's also about history. This coin was made in the early days of Queen Elizabeth II's rule, at a time when the world was changing fast. People used these coins every day without thinking twice. And now, many years later, they've become rare collectibles. Holding one in your hand is like holding a piece of history. It connects you to the past in a very real and personal way. Coins like this remind us that sometimes, the most ordinary things can turn out to be incredibly valuable. Whether it's because of a rare error, a perfect condition, or just collector demand, a small silver coin like the 1955 sixpence can be worth far more than its original value. So the next time you come across old coins, take a closer look. You never know, you might be holding a $5,000 treasure. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it and learned something new, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos about rare coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures. Also, leave a comment below if you have a 1955 sixpence or any other rare coins you'd like us to talk about. And remember, every coin has a story. Maybe the next one you find will be your lucky one. See you in the next video.